Hey Star Wars fans! So episode 2 of Star Wars The Acolyte kicks off with a very sophisticated display of the capabilities of the show's writing team and ends with a brilliant subversion of expectations. So the opening sequence shows Mae trying to physically attack a white male Jedi who's in such a deep state of meditation that he's levitating and there's an impenetrable force bubble surrounding him. Now what the writing team so eloquently communicates symbolically here is the inaccessibility of the white male patriarchy. He's so absorbed in himself that he's uncaring and unfeeling about the rest of the world. He's shielded himself in the safety of his own narcissism. He's oblivious to the trauma, mental health, and self-care of the rest of society. In this case, the second most oppressed minority under his tyranny, the black woman. We see Mae's brave, innovative attempts to penetrate this shield of prejudice, oppression, and violence to get through to him ultimately fails when she uses the Force. But in a brilliant move of subversion of expectations, Mae's true victory comes when she doesn't use the Force, but reasoning.
You thought this life would give you the peace you seek, but your past still haunts you.
She passionately confronts him about the wrong he did to her in the past, which forces him to denounce his doctrine of oppression and exploitation and embrace his call to true activism, which is to off himself. Now this frees her to continue on her own activist journey towards reparations, which is to reclaim her body and exact justice upon those who stole from her at a tender age. I mean, to address such a deeper issue like reparations like that? Bravo, writers. Bravo. I also want to applaud the acting by Amandla Stenberg. The distinction between the twins really started to stand out. I could really start to tell the difference between them.
Step away from the body.
I know what this looks like.
When me.
And it was so simple. It was the mask that Mae was wearing. So one of them was wearing the mask, and the other one wasn't wearing the mask. Also, in a brilliant touch of characterization, it added a layer of interest to Mae's character when she slipped the mask on and off. When she has the mask on, that is clearly her in a more guarded state. She's being strong and aggressive in her activism. But when the mask is down, she's showing her more vulnerable side. It's a lapse in her focus and she's more susceptible to the indoctrination of the Jedi, aka the patriarchy, especially when it comes to her sister. Oh my god. I just had a thought. Could her wearing the mask and her susceptibility to the infectious doctrine of the Jedi be an allusion to COVID? Wow. Mind blown. I mean, that would be genius. I was also blown away by the boldness of the showrunners to address the inclusion of a body-positive male Jedi who was also a person of color. I just don't see why people were having such an issue with it.
They caught this little scoundrel messing about our portcullis. Squirming!
Between how clever the writers have shown themselves to be and references to The Matrix, which was inspired by old school martial arts films, I'm pretty sure he's a reference to Sammo Hung. This character was a genius inclusion because a few scenes earlier they showed the other character Yord Fandar, who was insanely ripped.
Yord, put your clothes on.
Well, I guess they included that scene for the ladies, huh? What?
No, he's gay.
Oh.
Also, he got to say the line. He said it.
I have a bad feeling about this.
And so the episode ends by subverting my expectations again, with the introduction of a mysterious marooned Wookiee that's a Force user. Ooh, that storyline is gonna be so good.
Ooh, Navy SEALs!